or not you are willing.
Pigie makofi. Venye amesema mwenye anapiga picha anasema kama unajibu swali unasimama sababu anachukua picha. Sasa alafu kuna defilement. Kuna tofauti gani ya defilement na rape? Tofauti ya defilement na rape.
Okay, according to my understanding. Okay, I'm Mary Immaculate from Mogila Girls, and defilements means like doing sex with a person or a child under 18 years, and the rape is doing sex with a person who is 18 years and above.
Okay. Rape is doing sex by force with someone that maybe not need.
Hello? Yote wamepata. Rape ni kuwa na forced sex. Somebody above 18 years. That's rape. Defilement, any child, anyone below 18 years is called defilement because they don't have consent. They don't give consent. Whether ulikubali, ulikuwa unampenda au mpendi, hiyo kienda court, Children's Act. Kuna mwingine mmekaa mwalimu ama anakuja shule badala ya kumaka kitabu anaanza kukuguza. Mwingine anakuhudumia anaanza kukuguza amefunga mlango. Unaona? Then kuna using sexually explicit language towards a child. Kuna ile lugha yenye unaanza kumwambia mtoto nzuri kama hizo. Alafu pia kuonyesha mtoto pornographic material. Neglect as part of protection. This is why a child is not looked after. It is persistent failure to meet a child's basic and essential needs. They can include, uko na mtoto ni mgonjwa, alafu nyinyi ni kuomba Mungu asubuhi paka jioni badala ya kupeleka hospitali. Kuna mtu ameisikia kitu inatoa shakahola ya Kenya. Watoto ni wagonjwa, badala mnaomba Mungu amponye, lakini ni malaria. Mngepeleka hospitali atibiwe. Kuna emotional neglect, ila ambayo mna isolate mtoto, mnamwacha amshughuliki. Mko kwa boma lakini wewe ni kama hauko. Wengine wanashughulika na mambo yao, wewe wamekuacha. Alafu kuna educational neglect. Tunashukuru hii kwa sababu tuko hapa, si ndio? Elimu. Wamekuja kwa address hiyo ya neglect education, wametupatia chance ya kusoma. Lakini ukiwa na mtoto uko na wazazi nyumbani ama yule caregiver ama aunt, lakini anakuambia wewe ushike watoto, hauendi siku ya shule. Wenzake wanaenda shule, wewe hauendi shule, na wewe ni mtoto bado. Hiyo ni education neglect. Then kuna social neglect pia. Haupewi ile environment yenye unaweza expose kama mtoto. Unakaa kwa nyumba peke yako umefungiwa, ama mtoto amefungiwa kwa nyumba, hapewi hiyo space ya kuinteract na wengine. Na pia kuna physical neglect, ni ile unakuwa peke yako. Physical, they don't have time for you as parents, as caregivers, as the society. Then kuna signs. Utajuaje kwamba there's a child who's facing neglect? Some of the signs is like they live in a home that is dirty, unsafe. Kuna watu ambao unakuta wanatengeneza pombe hapo na kuna watoto hapo. Kuna ukienda kwa hii bomu utakuta kwamba kuna watu wanakaa malnourished. Hawana lishe. Sababu hawapewi chakula. Bamba chakula inapokuja, mzazi anachukua hiyo bamba chakula anaenda kunywa pombe. Ama anachukua, kuna wengine anachukua anatuma kwa inji yao, wengine waende watumie, lakini wewe hataki kujua mnakaa vipi. Alafu wengine wanakuta kwamba watoto kienda kwa hiyo boma ni wachafu. Unafikia maji hawajawahi iona mwezi mzima, lakini wanakula, sijui kupikula wanatumia nini, sababu hawana sabuni, wazazi hawashughuliki. That's part of neglect. Then wenye tulisema kwamba wazazi ambao hawapeleki watoto watibiwe, na kama ni wagonjwa, that's also part of neglect. Lakini tunapoangalia hivi vitu yote tukumbuke kwamba we also have responsibilities. Usitoka hapo uende nyumbani useme you are neglecting me, but wewe mwenyewe hausaidii mzazi pia. Kuna responsibility ya mtoto pia akiwa nyumbani. So kufika hapo, kuna mwenye ana swali? Tunaenda kuona video kidogo alafu tuendelee, sababu muda umeisha. Tuta summarize alafu tuendelee. Sawa? Kuna mwenye ana swali mahali hujaelewa? Wakati wanaangalia mambo ya video bado tunajua kwamba abuse inafanyika kila mahali, si ndio? Inafanyika shule, kwa barabara, ukienda shule, hospitali. Kuna ile ya wale wenye wanawasaidia watoto kama sisi pia. Kuna shule, walimu pia. Na pia inafanyika katikati ya watoto wenyewe, si ndio hiyo? Si kuna wakati wa mnapigana for nothing. So abuse inafanyika kila mahali, na kishafanyika tutaangalia mahali penye tunaweza enda tu report ama tufanye nini baadaye. So tunataka kuangalia kwamba wakati wenye umepata case kwa community, wewe kama mtoto, nani amewahi kuja kwa ofisi ya child protection? Mkipata case kwa community, huwa mnaripoti wapi? Nataka mmoja mmoja, unaripoti wapi?
You report to DRC office.
Wewe ana report kwa DRC office, mahali pengine penye mtu anaweza report.
Na report kwa GBV.
Kuna GBV office mwingine. Una report wapi? Nga? Unainua mkono. Patia mwingine. Nani mwingine?
Mimi na report kwa block leader.
Block leader. Iko sawa. Mwingine?
Nita report kwa chairman.
Chairman wa nini huyo?
Wa community.
Wa community.
Red Cross office.
Ha?
Red Cross.
Red Cross. Wa mwisho?
N4. Leaders of community.
Ha?
Leaders of community.
Sijasikia, amuka hajasikia. Community leaders. Sasa kesi zote wenye mmesema mko sawa, una report kwa community leaders. Kuna walimu, kuna polisi, kuna GBV desk, kuna child protection desk, kuna hotline number. Kila organization iko nayo ya UNHCR nini, kama ya DRC ni 0800 720 414. Ukipiga hiyo namba hauhitaji kuwa na airtime, unapiga ni free. Alafu ile mtu mwenye anapokea hiyo namba unamuelezea shida yako. So hiyo kesi kisha kuja kwetu, tunafanya assessment. Mimi kama kesi waka kama Andrew, Unipurity na kuna wengine. Kakuma 1 tuko na Kakuma zone 1 na 2 kuna ofisi. Kuna ingine Social Services Hong Kong. Kuna Kakuma 2 field post karibu na Green Light secondary hapo Fra Center 2. Kuna Kakuma 4 karibu na field post. Hapo ndio ofisi ziko. Na pia Kalobei kuna TDH na kuna offices huko unaweza report. Village 1 2 3. Hiyo kesi kisha kuja kwetu, tunakaa chini na wewe. Na ujue kitu kimoja unapokuja ni privacy, confidentiality. Ni mimi na wewe na kesi waka mwenye utakutana na yeye. Si kesi ya kuexpose. Kuna mahali tulikuwa tunasema about dignity. Lazima yule akuhandle with dignity. Ukiona kwamba mimi nakuhandle vibaya, you have a right kupiga hiyo namba bado hotline na ureport. Sababu sitaki kama umekuja kwa ofisi, we should not cause more harm to you. We should assist you to address the problem. So tutakaa chini tufanye assessment, tujue ni shida gani iko. Tukisha identify your case, then tuone kama ni medical. Tunafanya kazi ya advocacy. Sababu sisi kama DRC hatufanyi kazi ya medical. Tutaenda kwa watu wa IRC, AIC ama through UNHCR tuone kama venye utaweza saidika. Kama ni mambo ya vitabu na shule, tutaongea na uniform, tutaongea na shule. Tuone venye mnaweza saidika. Tunafanya advocacy. Kama ni GBV, ile yenye labda mtu amepakwa. Tutafanya assessment. Twende kwanza kwa polisi, hospitali within 72 hours. Uende hospitali, upimwe, uende polisi, wachaze P3 form. Alafu kuna ile counseling itakuwa inaendelea na DRC. Ndio sasa pale tena kesi iendelee na RCK na partners wengine iende court, yule perpetrator aweze kushikwa. Perpetrator ni nani? Perpetrator ni nani?
Person who raped you.
Amka sikia.
It's a person who raped you.
Okay, ako sawa. Perpetrator ni ile mtu mwenye ambaye amekuwa abuse. Na tumesema kwamba kama ni mtoto you are below 18 years, tunaita defilement. So perpetrator si lazima akuwa amekudefile defilement peke yake, hata ila amekupiga. Yule ana cause emotional abuse, yule ana cause physical abuse, yule ana cause psychological abuse, huyo ni perpetrator. So huyo ndio tunafanya kulingana. Tukishafanya hiyo assessment, tunafanya advocacy, tuone kwamba mtoto anapata right yake. Kama ni shule, tunaangalia venye tunaweza kusaidia. Kama ni wazazi, tutaongea nao. Na pia ujue mzazi, hata kama venye Unipiti alisema mara ya kwanza, akitupatia hiyo mfano ya train, sometimes we make difficult decisions. Itabidi mzazi wako ashikwe. Hata kama kwa nini anakunyima education, for the sake of your rights, tutakujia mzazi wako, yule mwenye unakaa naye. Ama kama ni mzazi ndiye amefanya ana support child marriage, itabidi tumshike yeye na ile mwenye wanataka kukupeleka kwake, wote washikwe, sababu wote wameshikana kuharibu maisha yako. Alafu tutakuwa tunafuatilia hii case. Tukishaendelea kufuatilia, tuone wewe unaendelea aje, na pia tuone kama na wazazi pia tunaendelea kuongelesha, tuone venye wataendelea kulinda maisha yako na ya yule mtoto mwingine.
So, tumefika our last session of our presentation.
And I'm Maya. Welcome to Miss Barbara's peer counseling room. In the Protect Yourself rules, we shared...
So, tumefika our last session of our presentation, and in our last session, we're just going to focus on the video. The video summarizes everything that we've done and what you're supposed to do as a child in need of protection. Sawa sawa? So kindly be keen, because after that, we are not going to explain the video. It's self-explanatory. You just need to understand. If there's any questions, we're going to address them.
Hi, I'm Darius.
And I'm Maya. Welcome to Miss Barbara's peer counseling room. In the Protect Yourself rules, we shared information about abuse that happened to us and our friends, and learned how to protect ourselves. We learned how to recognize unsafe situations, how to get away when we think we're in danger, and who to tell if we think we've been abused. A lot of confusing feelings come from abuse, but talking with someone about it can make sense of what happened.
If you're watching this, chances are you've got something on your mind that hurts to keep secret. Maybe somebody touched you inappropriately or made you do sexual things. Maybe it still happens. It was hard to talk about, but talking about it made us feel better. Some of you thought sharing could be helpful too. After watching the Protect Yourself rules on YouTube, other kids sent us emails and letters to share what happened to them.
Their letters come from all over the world.
They share what it's like to live with abuse.
Oh, Poleni, we are having some internet problem. Let's give it just a few seconds. Ndio disadvantage ya technology. Inatuaibisha.
And why it can be so hard to get help. If you've been abused, it's hard to know what to do, who to tell, or how to make the abuse stop.
You might feel mixed up with confusing feelings and thoughts during the day, or you might have nightmares.
Ikisumbua sana, tunasema goodbye.
When you sleep, you might do things in ways that you don't even understand. But remember, it's not your fault.
Dealing with abuse is hard, but these stories can help us see what other kids did in similar situations.
We're going to talk about why sexual abuse makes us feel bad and confused, and find ways to help start making those bad feelings go away.
Okay, so we are going to go to the next video. It's a continuation of the first video on how you're supposed to identify sexual abuse. And then the last video will now tell you what exactly to do. And then we conclude.
I wanted to tell someone that my mom's boyfriend abused me. But every time I thought about getting help, I imagined everything getting worse. Like having to talk to lots of adults about it. Or getting taken away and not seeing my friends anymore. Or getting separated from my little sister. I was scared that my mom's boyfriend would keep abusing me. But I was even more scared of what would happen if I told
anyone. Why don't people talk about abuse? There are more reasons than I can count. But one of the biggest is being afraid of what would happen if they told. Savannah imagined that if she told anyone that her mom's boyfriend abused her, something bad would happen to her or her mom or her sister. She didn't understand that telling about the abuse makes the situation start to get better, not worse.
When I play with my sister Natalie, I feel like nothing's wrong. And I forget how hard Mom has to work to give us food and other things. And I don't have to think about Mom's boyfriend abusing me. The first time it happened, Mom was at work. I told Travis I was bored. He said he knew a game that we could play, and he took me into the guest room. He said it was a game you play without clothes. I got really confused and scared. I told him I didn't want to do that, but he said it was okay. Travis said we'd both be in a lot of trouble if anyone found out. I believed him. I was afraid I'd be in trouble for having sex, and it would hurt my mom. But it kept happening. Travis said he would go to jail if anyone found out, and they'd take Natalie away. So I thought it was better if I never told. I'd go to jail if anyone found out, and they'd take Natalie away. So I thought it was better if I never told. I tried to ignore my feelings. Ow! But one night I cut my finger. I tried to say I was sorry, but Mom was just glad I was all right. I was really sad because I was thinking how the abuse hurt worse than my finger. She asked if something was bothering me. I was still scared to tell her, but right then I could see how much she cared about me. I knew if I got abused again, it would hurt her more. So I decided to tell her what Travis did. And she believed me. None of the bad things I imagined would happen actually happened. We talked to someone who helped make sure I wouldn't have to see Travis again. She told me that by telling, I helped protect my sister and other kids.
I'm glad Savannah was able to talk about her abuse and get help. She kept the abuse a secret because she imagined bad things would happen if she told anyone. But Savannah realized that stopping abuse is more important than anything, and none of the bad things she worried about happened. If you've been abused and you're ready to talk about it, don't worry about what could happen. Most of the time, nothing bad happens and the abuse stops. Talking about abuse means things can start to get better, not worse.
Our last video, less than 5 minutes, we finish.
Today we saw just a few of the ways people are hurt by sexual abuse. We also saw the worries they feel that keep them from getting help. Thank you, Darius and Maya, for helping tell their stories.
We just hope other kids can see that they're not alone and that there are ways to make it stop and help you feel better.
If you've been abused, your situation might seem complicated for a million different reasons. It may be really hard to know what to do. But some things are always the same. Abuse is a painful secret to keep.
It hurts deep down and causes confusing emotions that can take over our lives.
Eva, Amber, Mateo, Charlie, and Savannah were hurting inside because they couldn't talk about their abuse.
But that's normal. Abuse is always hard to talk about. It's weird and embarrassing, and it's scary to think about what might happen if you tell, or if you don't tell. But abuse is never your fault.
That's right. It's not fair that someone else's behavior can hurt you so much. But you have the power to make it stop. Even if you feel scared or alone, telling can make you stronger.
We each had abuse in our lives, and we couldn't imagine talking about it or telling anyone.
I thought that's just the way my life was. I didn't know what to do or how to talk about it.
I thought people would look at me differently if they found out. I wanted to ignore what happened, push it down and bury it forever.
It can take time to feel like you're ready to talk about abuse. That's all right. Just remember, when you're ready to tell someone, there are people that want to help you.
Eva told her dad, and Amber told her best friend.
Mateo told his principal. Charlie told a friend's mom. And Savannah told her mom.
If telling parents isn't an option for you, there are other adults who are good to talk to. Friends' parents, teachers, school counselors, church people, or any other adults who care about you can help. If you don't get help right away, keep telling until someone takes action. Even if there are a million reasons why you don't think you can talk about abuse, here are 3 reasons why you should. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be safe. And you can protect other people from being abused by telling.
Thank you very much. And that's our presentation for child protection. Kindly note, we have people who are here who have also gone through abuse. And probably what we want to tell you, our doors are open. We are ready to listen. If you feel comfortable talking to a teacher, kindly go and see a teacher and talk to that teacher. If you're comfortable talking to your family, your parents, please talk to your parents. Because the moment you report to an adult, you're also protecting other children. Sawa sawa. If you see anything in the community or in school that is violating your rights, kindly report so that you can protect yourself and also protect others. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Danish team. Was it worth? Yeah. Have you learned something? Yeah, me, I've learned a lot. All right? And maybe you can give 2 questions, if you don't mind, the Danish team. Unipirit, 2 questions, if they can be having. Anyone with a question? This side, kuna mtu ana swali hapa? Hakuna? Hapa kuna mtu ako na swali? Question that you would wish to be clarified? Yeah, we have one question there. Please ask a question so that we break for tea. Sawa sawa.
Good afternoon. Morning, Bado. Okay, good morning. Okay, I wear the name Mary Immaculate, as I told you, from Mogila Girls. So mine is just to tell about how we usually report our cases in DRC there in Field Post 1. So you can find that in some cases we are not responded on that. So someone can take too long on how those people can respond to that. So I don't know what's the problem. As we are talking now, some people have already reported their reports there, but they are not responded.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question. I'd like to respond because as child protection, we are the focal people for children in the camp. And all issues, they come to child protection. And as I was saying, there are some issues that are beyond us. We need partners. So there are some that you can be able to offer as DRC that will not be able to take time. But there are some, probably your issue needs intervention of other partners. It might need intervention and a recommendation from UNHCR. Then they have to give us feedback. Then that feedback, we have to bring feedback back to you because we are advocating for your rights. So it might have taken long because we are yet to get feedback from the partners. So because we need something from education or medical, for example, but now it has to go through UNHCR to IRC, then it comes back to us. Then, or if there's another problem that you have, we have to force, we cannot give directly. So because it has to go through other partners, we continue advocating for it. And my advice to you is that keep on coming to us as you push us, so we also continue pushing the partners to be able to respond. There are some that have taken even 1 year, even more, because it's not within us to give, but we continue advocating. So if you find that your problem has taken long, we continue pushing other partners so they can be able to support you. It's like a case that you take to the court. It cannot be handled in 1 day. It has to go through the process. And now it's not within us as DRC. So we have to involve RCK, other partners, before we give feedback to you. Is that okay? Yeah. And there's another question.
Let's get the last questions so that we break for tea. Yeah. They will be here maybe during tea break. You can have even direct question to them. So let's get that one question, then we break.
Okay, thank you. My name is Betty. My question is, when during this session, I've heard a lot about children, and when I see when I look at the title of this, the organization, it is Danish Refugee Counseling. So my question is, does the organization of does the DRC, do they offer the help only to the children or is even to the adults? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. DRC is big. We've just presented a small portion of DRC. So the portion that we have presented is for child protection, but we have other departments, departments that only deals with adults, okay? We also have the economic recovery department that only does matters to do with livelihoods. So if we come across a family that might need support in terms of income generating activity, we refer to DRC economic recovery. Sawa sawa? Yeah.
So thank you. I want someone now to do the appreciation. Nani? Who will please come over? Let's appreciate the team. Yeah, what have you noticed about the two presentations? Yangu na yao. Are they related? Are they related? Wametaja mambo ya pia. Pia. And in the morning we heard about peer pressure. Yeah? So please take note of that so that it become views to you. So appreciate them. And someone to pray. Nani ataombea chai? Yeah, please be prepared.
Okay, morning. I'm Roslyn from Tabagon Girls. Nikisema kalapanda, napiga hivi. Nikisema kalapanda. Kalapanda. Señorita. Hivyo sawa? Okay, let's go. Kalapanda. Kalapanda. Señorita. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Roslyn? Roslyn? Who is going to need for us? Pray for tea?
Okay, let's believe as I pray. Father, we say thank you for the dates that you have granted unto us, Father. You have led us since yesterday until this particular morning, Father. Father, as we're going to take our tea, Father, we pray that may you bless our tea, Father, as we're going to continue also with our section after tea, Father. We pray that may your presence be with us, Father. In Jesus' name I do pray and believe. Amen.
So we will do this, Hawa ndio wataanza kwenda chai. Wakipanga hawa wafuate hivyo. Then lunch tutapanga vingine. Sawa. So this team proceed. Sawa. Thank you.
thought you should be very happy that today we are being blessed with a lot of rains. You feel cold? You have tea around? So make sure you are sipping that tea to just keep you warm. Otherwise, I'm happy to be here today. As you've heard, my name is Lillian Cherotich. How many have ever seen this face in the camp? Wale wamewahi kutana na hii sura kwa hii kambi. Wow, I'm happy. At least I'm not strange to you. I have an announcement. And before I give an announcement, I would just want to say I work for NRC as the education officer. And at NRC, what we do, we support out of school children or children who have stayed long without going to school. That is what we do every time. So if you have children who have never been to school in your community and they are of ages 10 to 18, we welcome them into the remedial centers. But here today, I have something special that NRC is doing in collaboration with the World Bank, the Equity Bank Group, and the JKF. What is this? This is good news to you as Elimu scholars that this April holiday, immediately you are done with the Congress. When is the Congress ending? 18th. So immediately you are done with the Congress to join the English intensive remedial program. Already we have Form 1s and Form 2s having already started the remedial programs yesterday. They are already in schools. Today they are having a test just for NRC to understand their ability so that the teachers we have in place will understand where and how to support you. So please do not miss this opportunity. Even as you talk about being innovative, you cannot talk innovation without mastering the language of English. How will you communicate? So there is a gap. We understand some of you are struggling. And the reason why World Bank has given us a role to support you. It will be very bad that Equity is here. We have those under JKF. We given you this opportunity and then you miss. Itakuwaje? Yani, Donna ameona muna struggle kwa English. Some of you, not all of you. Na ametupea pesa tukuje tukusupport. Yani kazi yako tu ni kuamka nyumbani center. Alafu wamelipa walimu wale wanapeana hiyo remedial. And you don't appear. Tupeane report ya kwamba you are nowhere to be seen. Do you think the donor will be happy? No. So please, let us visit those centers. If I may just mention the remedial centers that we have in the camp. When you go to Kalobei, how many are coming from Kalobei settlement? Yes, so the remedial program will even run on Monday. Even including Friday. We are aware that Friday is Good Friday, but we are not wasting that opportunity. We will be there at Kalobei Settlement Secondary and Bright Star Secondary. So for those coming in the settlement, if you can visit those two centers after the Congress, you will meet teachers there. In Kakuma 3, we have Somali Bantu. How many are coming around Kakuma 3, Kakuma 2? Wow, the majority. So join Somali Bantu Secondary for this remedial program. Kakuma 4. Those coming from Kakuma 4, you will join Vision Secondary. Kakuma 1. Who are coming from Kakuma 1? Wow, the majority. So for Kakuma 1, we have KRSS.
Thank you so much, Lillian, for that powerful words and information. Oh, time for those remedios. Wow, they are very ready for this.
Yes, the remedial lessons, because the remedial program is purely for English, and that is why I'm saying English intensive remedial program. Get ready. When to kama kuna any question you've been having concerning or any difficulty around English, the time will be, you start reporting there by 7:30, but the lesson starts at 8 exactly and ends at lunchtime, noon. Any other question? Iko sawa? Wanasema hiyo time iko sawa. Thank you. So 8, hakikisha umefika wapi? Shule. Ikifika saa 6, in fact 11:45, ndio uanze kutembea ufike nyumbani on time. But we are saying from 11:45 ndio tunamalizia. Yes. Any other question? Pardon? Weekends, those who are already there, they talk to their teachers tried to engage them, and they said for weekends we leave it to them. But nyinyi mnaenda kudiscuss na walimu. Teachers are ready to come even on Saturday and Sunday. They are very ready to come. And can I tell you what? We have identified the best teachers for you. The best. So, be ready to go and learn and interact. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lillian. Yeah, I can see the way you are eager to go and learn, is it? Ningewa join kama ningekuwa your level. Sawa, sawa. So we want to appreciate her. Who is willing to do that for us? Please come on. Ama utafanya microphone kufikie, si ndio? Appreciate akiwa hapo, si ndio? Sawa, mfikishie microphone.
Saseni, kwa majina naitwa Rimas Jacob from Lodwar Girls. So tunaenda appreciate like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Tuanze basi. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sawa, sawa. Thank you for that. So we have another session with us. Was that information powerful? So please be ready. Be ready to learn and learn. Yeah, those subjects zenye zina wa challenge, eh? You know, when the English becomes well, other subjects, it will assist you in communicating. For you to be able to write that good composition we were talking in the morning, write that also. Part B, where you are told to write so many things in part B, the English, when you learn that English, you are able also to express yourself. So it's a very, very important part of communication, English language. Yeah? So with us, we have Chacha with us from CUSP. Eh? Yeah, I'll give him an opportunity so that he pass the message he has for us. So welcome, Mr. Chacha. The floor is yours.
Hello? Hello? My name is Chacha Mango. Hiyo unafikiria hiyo. Mango, mango ya nini? Maembe. So my parents waliangalia tu majina yote wakachagua wanipatie gani? Mango. Now, I work with KUCCPS. COOPS. I'm a senior placement officer. For today, I'm going to take you through some career guidance and tell you more about the courses that we have. I know throughout this session you've been told a lot, but I'll add some more. So before I start, nitaanza na story ingine hapa hivi kidogo. There was a mzee, this old man, not very old, alikuwa anaishi na mke wake. So one day there was a medical camp. Kuna mtu naona anaongea na staki ya misi story. There was a medical camp somewhere na watu walijaa sana kwa hiyo medical camp. So huyu mzee akaenda kwa daktari. Kufika kwa daktari, daktari akamwangalia akaona huyu mzee ni kama ni mgonjwa. Akamtuma aende alete sample. Have you ever been sent for a sample? Ukienda hospitali unapewa kachupa, unaambiwa we ingia huko ndani tulete sample. So huyu mzee akaingia huko ndani, alikuweko ametumwa sample ya mkojo. jaribu lakini haikutoka. Kwa hivyo akaambiwa, wewe enda nyumbani, chakula anapata hapo, anakula, yake imeisha. So he went to the toilet, akachukua sample akaweka kwa chupa, akakuja akaweka chini ya kitanda, so that in the morning when he wakes up atachukua sample yake apelekee madaktari. Akakula, akaingia kulala. When the wife came, accidentally akagonga ile sample, ikamwagika chini. So sababu the wife hataki maneno mengi, akaangalia akagundua kumbe ilikuwa nini? Mkojo. Akaamua badala ya maneno mengi, si niende nimjazie mkojo yangu. So she went to the toilet, akamwekea mkojo yake, akakuja akarudisha huko chini. So asubuhi jamaa akafika, akavaa koti yake mzuri, akacheck the sample, sample iko, akachukua. Akatoka, akapelekea madaktari. So madaktari wakapima na wakasema surely huyu mzee kumbe alikuwa mgonjwa. But sasa nani atamwambia ugonjwa yenye anasafa? So wakaitana kama madaktari, wakaongea, wakamwambia ni wewe utamwambia. Wewe akasema hapana, mimi si mkubwa, wewe mwambie. Ule akasema hapana, wewe ndio ulimtuma, mwambie. At the end of the day wakakubaliana, and daktari mkubwa ndiye alikuwa break the news. So mzee akaitwa huko ndani, akaambiwa tumepima sample. What we want to tell you, congratulations. You are pregnant. Okay. So, what do we do as COOPS? COOPS, the main mandate of COOPS. So COOPS is a student placement and career mentorship agency. This is a government agency. Previously, before some of you were born, we used to have an organization called JAB, Joint Admission Board. So this Joint Admission Board, when walikuwa wanapita kwenda university, they used to be placed by the Joint Admission Board. Ulikuwa ujaze the papers. Wenye wako hapa Turkana, walikuwa wakijaza the courses that they want to do, alafu unazipeleka Nakuru, the hard copies. Zikishapelekwa Nakuru, zinakolektiwa, zinapelekwa Nairobi, University of Nairobi, so that they can select a course for you. This process was very tedious. But in the year 2012, COOPS was formed through an act of parliament. Ndio tukapata sasa COOPS. What is our main mandate? Next slide. Next. Enda to next. Next. Okay, achia tu hapo. Now, what is our main mandate? Our main mandate, the first thing that we do, we place students in universities and colleges. Ebu nione form 4s. Hakuna form 4s? Form 3s? Form 2? Hakuna form 2. So majority ni form 3. Now, form 3s, when you'll be in form 4, I know most of you want to go to campus. Kuna mtu mwenye hataki kwenda campus? I think everyone wants to go to campus. When that time comes, that is when you will know the animal called COOPS. We are the ones who are going to place you in either a college, university, KMTC, or TTC. Another thing that we do, we offer career mentorship. Nikisikia mtu anaongea na nyamaza mpaka amalize point yake. Because whatever information I'm going to give is very important. We offer career mentorship. I know most of you don't know what they want to be. Some of you, they want to achieve their parents' dreams. Babako anataka ukue daktari or your mom. but wewe you can be a very good artist. So some of you, since azaliwa anaambiwa na mzazi wake, wewe soma ukue daktari, but that is not you. So we offer career guidance to such students. At least they can identify what they can be. Now, introduction to careers and career planning. I want to introduce you to careers. What is a career? Wacha nianzie hapo. What is a career? Nani atajaribu? What is a career? There is no answer that is wrong. Unataka kujaribu? Unataka kujaribu? What is a career? Yes. Just try. Or you need a mic. Kuna mic ingine? Over there.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm trying.
Yes, I want you to try. What is a career?
Okay, according to how I understand, a career is something one is interested to do in future.
A career is something one is interested to do in future. That's a very good trial. Kuna mwingine? There's a hand over here. There's a hand over here. Patiana huku. Pass the mic.
So my name is Nyodos. I'm also trying.
Okay.
So according to my understanding, career it is the guiding something that one have chosen to direct him or her on what that she want to achieve in life.
Wow.
Or want to be in future.
Wow, that's a very good trial. Next slide. Next slide. Boss. Now, a career is a job or profession that gives us a chance to progress in some ways that are important to us. A career is a job or profession that gives us a chance to progress in some ways that are important to us. For you to get a career, you have to be trained. Hawezi pata tu career tu hivyo. You have to be trained. Can someone give me an example of a career that you know? Career zenye mnajua? Usingangane kukopi notes sana. Sikiza kwanza. Just listen. Unaweza copy kitu yenye you don't understand. Yes, example of career. Neurosurgeon, good. Pilot. Pardon? Teaching. A doctor. Pardon? Engineer. Okay, engineer. Kuna huko nyuma huko? Pardon? A lawyer. An accountant. Nursing. Journalism. Okay, those are examples of careers. Now, amongst those careers that you've mentioned, by the end of this session, you'll know the qualifications for you to do those careers. And before we go there, I want to look at a career plan. Kuna mtu anazungumza? Yes. Thank you. Now, before we look at those careers, I want to look at a career plan. How do you plan to get that career that you want? First, during a career planning, you need to know your values. So, I want you to write down your values. What are some of your values that you need to know to have? I want you to write down some of the values that you have. Another thing is, you need to learn about yourself. Do you know yourself? Do you understand yourself? Then, you identify your skills, the different skills that you have. There are some who have leadership skills. So you need to identify those skills. Then there is a research career options. I will show you how we are going to do the research. Then lastly, you link your major and your career. When we talk about your major, we will touch on your subjects. I believe when you are in Form 3, you have already selected the subjects that you are doing. Now, through those subjects, they are going to guide you on the careers that you are going to choose. Next slide. Now, components of a career plan. I want us to use these components to choose a career. The first one, you need to have self-awareness. You need to have self-awareness. Lazima ujijue. Now, hii kwa kujijua, msewa slide, rudi nyuma. Rudi tu, hapo, achi hapo. Now, self-awareness. Through self-awareness, hapa mbele there is a fish. Mnaona hiyo fish? So, in the first bowl, that fish ikiwekwa kwa bowl ama ikiwekwa kwa tunaita aquarium. Umeenda kwa hoteli unaona kuna tufish tumewekwa. Ikiwekwa kwa such a bowl, the fish grows 5 to 8 centimeter. If the same fish is taken na ikawekwa kwa pond, kwa fish pond, the fish will grow 15 to 25 centimeters. If you take that fish, now we work in the river, the fish will grow 90 to 120 centimeters. Now, this is about you. Penye umejiweka wewe. It will determine on how you're going to grow. Sahi, wote wenye mko Form 3 hapa, before the results are out, all of you are the same. Kwa hiyo shule yenye uko, nyinyi wote mko equal. But it will determine, ukiwa hapa kwa hii bowl, remember you'll be fed, utafanyiwa kila kitu. But ukifanyiwa hivyo, the probability of you growing bigger is very minimal. You will grow 5 to 8 centimeters. But ukitoka kwa hiyo bowl yenye mwalimu anakupatia notes, yeye ndiye anakufanyia everything, you will grow 15 to 25 centimeters. Remember, at the river, samaki inajitafutia. We do have predators there at the river. Kuna mtu anazungumza? Kama kuna mtu anazungumza kando yako, mwambie anyamaze ndio uweze kusikiza. Amenyamaza? Now, at the river, the fish will grow 90 to 120 centimeters, meaning wewe ukienda kujitafutia, ujitafutie your education, the chances of you growing bigger and getting that A that you want is very high. Turudi penye tulikuwa hapo. Self-assessment. Now, self-assessment, currently, sahi, wenye walifanya KCSE, they are selecting courses in our system. The problem ama the challenge that we have, most of the students don't know what they want to be. Sasa when we come to self-assessment, you can assess yourself through the strengths that you have, the weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, What can be your strength? For example, there are some students who are so good in noise making. Sindio? They are so good in noise making. Hata kinyamaza lazima vibrate. Hawezi tu nyamaza. Do you know them? Hata akiwa hapa ndani, nikinyamaza tu hivi niwaambie nyamazeni, utapata kuna kitu alikuwa anaongea. Such a student anaweza fanya career gani? Ati journalism. Anaweza fanya journalism, it's true. Gani ingine? Teaching. Lawyer. Politician. Sindio? Those are those people wenye hawawezi nyamaza. But that can also be a strength. Kuna wengine, they have a strength of keeping quiet. Ametulia hata huwezi jua yuko, si ndio? Those people, hata akikosa shuleni, will not realize amekosa. Kama hao wanaweza fanya career gani?
Doctor.
A doctor.
Pilot.
A pilot, an engineer, si ndio? Now, haya tumemaliza hizo examples. Kuna yule noise maker bado amekuwa excited, hajamaliza hiyo story. Okay, now listen. What if you are this good noise maker, a person who cannot listen, umeamua kuchukua a career that requires you to be silent? Si utateseka sana? You can imagine when ni mtu wa kimbelembele, kelele, umekuwa daktari. Si utaumiza wagonjwa? Unadunga mgonjwa sindano, unamwambia wacha nikuchekeshe. Unamchekesha na it's so painful, si ndio? So when you are choosing a career, consider your personality. Nikinyamaza inamaanisha na ngoja umalize kuongea ndio niendelee. Now, consider your strength. Another thing is, consider how you perform in your subjects. You can't be an engineer and you don't do physics. Look at your weaknesses. Where are you weak, especially in subjects? Look at the opportunities that we have. Hapa kwa opportunity, na ngoja mmalize niwaambie story ya opportunity. Now, in a given year, there is a girl who scored an A plane. After scoring this A plane, the parents wanted this girl to do medicine and surgery. But the girl hakutaka. Alikuwa anataka kufanya a course called computer animation. So, this girl wanted to do computer animation. They came into our offices, wakati wa application. Parent akamwambia, if you can't do medicine and surgery, sitakulipia fee. But the girl applied to do computer animation. We will always place you where you want. So we placed the student to do computer animation. 4 years later, msichana alipomaliza shule, unanipata kufikia hapo? Mnataka kujua chenye kilifanyika? 4 years later, after msichana amemaliza kufanya computer animation, she became part of the people who came up with this program yenye huwa iko kwa TV, inajiita Akili Kids. Do you know Akili Kids? Mshai watch? She was amongst the people who came up with that. So right now, she's doing so well. but wazazi walitaka akue nini? Daktari. So look at the opportunities that we have before you choose a career. Usichague tu career yoyote hivyo, look at the opportunities that we have. The next thing is objectives and goals. You need to have objectives, and your objectives need to be smart. Your objectives need to be smart before you choose them. When we talk about smart, we mean your objectives need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Next, self-exploration. Before you choose a career, can you explore on that? Can you research on that career? And the best research ni kuuliza mtu mwenye anafanya hiyo career. If you want to be a lawyer, you can look for a lawyer ama someone who is enlightened to give you information about that. Then lastly is action plan. Kuna watu watatu wanazungumza, mimi, Mvua na kuna mwingine hapa. So we are making noise. It's as if you are competing. Mvua inang'ang'ana, wewe pia unang'ang'ana kuongea na mimi nang'ang'ana. So aya, nangoja unyamaze. Thank you. So action plan, you need to take action for you to achieve whatever career you choose. Next slide. Now these are the explanations that I was giving about the components of a career plan. The 5. Hiyo ni self-awareness. You need to know who am I. You need to look at the bigger picture. Usijione like the small one. You need to look at the bigger picture. Next. Now, self-awareness, we have an example of water and the levels of water. Kwa hizi levels of water, the first one is pure water. No, I'll start with number 5. Black water, no sign of living things. Ni kama haya maji yenye, simko juu ya maji sahi. Example is that water. Chances of living things kukaa kwa haya maji, especially ya sewage, iko very minimal. Then, number 4, we have polluted water. Kwa polluted water, you cannot get fish there. You can't get fish kwa polluted water. Then number 3, we have brown water, poor visibility, and it has moss. Kuna maji yenye inakaa hivyo. Number 2, we have clean, odorless, bathable, but non-drinking water. In most schools, ukienda unaambiwa hii ni maji ya kuoga, but don't drink, because the water is clear. Then the best water that we have is the purest. Saka kitu lazima ufanye nini? Uipate. Especially sahi, hii age yenu most of you mko adole. Mwili ikitaka kitu yoyote, lazima uipende, ifanye nini? Itulie. Fikiria, we uko hapo. Then number 3, we have the average mind. This is the normal mind, which is faithful to reality. These are people wenye wamejikubali, hawaishi life yenye si yao. They are very normal. Kama you come from a humble background, umekubali. Sio ukifika shuleni, you join that group ya watu wa Nairobi, munaanza stories za jaba. Then we have the mind to overcome limits, challenges. You face your problems. You face your wars. Then there is this number 1. This is the greatest or the best mind. Successful and happy people wako kwa number 1. Sasa kwa hizi examples from number 1 to 5, we uko gani? Number? Kuna mwingine anasema 2, mwingine 1, mwingine hata ajui tunaongelea nini, si ndio? Huyo mwenye ajui tunaongelea nini ako number 5. Next. Next. So, we do have, for those who don't know what they want to be, COOPS has formed, there is an application that we have that you can assess yourself. You assess yourself uone we unaweza kuwa nini. It has so many questions that will guide to know who you can be. But hapa pia tuko na other assessment processes. You can involve yourself. If you go to Google ama anywhere, you can do personality tests using these processes zenye ziko hapa hivi. Personality test by Myers-Briggs, skill assessment by Hollands, value assessment. You can assess yourself. Next. Twende next. Next. Now, why do you need career planning? Why do you need to have career planning? Kabla nisahau, when I was coming here, my boss alinipatia 1,000 shillings. Usikize vizuri. When I was coming here, my boss alinipatia 1,000 shillings. Na akaniambia, when you finish presenting, give the 1,000 shillings to the person mwenye atakuwa na deserve. So after this, nikimaliza, I'll ask only one question. Na mwenye etc. Number 4, it helps one select the career which they are suitable to their preference, interest, scope for self-development, and interest, scope for self-development, and others. Now, there are some students, already they know what they want to be in life. Kuna wanafunzi wenye, there is a career mtu aliniambia nataka kuwa pilot. There is a course enye inaitwa aeronautical engineering. It is being offered in only one university in Kenya. That is Technical University of Kenya. Now, there is a student, once I went for career guidance, she was in Form 2 before they did subject selection. This student alitaka kufanya hiyo course, and she was the best candidate in that school. So, she took physics, na akafanya. Alipofika Form 4, she got a B+. Unfortunately, with a B+, chances are very low wewe kupata aeronautical engineering because of competition. The capacities that we have are less than 100. Na unapata, it is being offered in only one institution. Most of the students who get A wanataka kufanya hiyo course. But since she was determined, with a B+, alianzia hiyo course at diploma level. Ndio akimaliza afanye degree level. Now, why am I telling you this? This is because the student knows the career that is suitable and it's her preference, na she has interests in that career. So she's ready ianzia at diploma level. Lastly, career planning leads you to your desired career and in some way, true meaning of life and purpose. Next. Twende next. Barriers one may experience in career planning. Barriers one may experience in career planning. Number 1, negative self-image. We do have some seats here. Kuja mketi, kuja pande hii. Just move, kuja pande hii.
Can you settle?
Okay, you can come with your chairs. Please come and occupy here. Please come when you are affected na maji huko. Mkuja na kiti, occupy this place. Hapa. Tukuja na kiti. Ya, hii space yote ni yenu. Tukuja na viti hapa.
You know, where you go to school, there are some people who will really discourage you. Kuna hata mtu utasema you want to be a lawyer, that will be a joke ya hiyo darasa. Ukifanya kosa yote wanasema sikia chenye lawyer anasema. They will ridicule you kwa sababu ya hiyo career yenye umesema. Ukisema unataka kuwa daktari, anytime ukianguka unasikia daktari mgani ajue hesabu. So don't have that negative self image. Number 2, negative attitude. Negative attitude. That is bitterness, selfishness, rebellion. Hata unapata you hate some of your teachers, thinking that if you hate the teacher, you are punishing the teacher, but you are punishing yourself. Number 3, negative emotions. That is anxieties or fear, self-doubt, haujiamini. Next is victim mentality. You feel a feeling of incapacity. Yani unaona wewe hujiwezi. Next we have interpersonal conflicts. You are torn between 2 or more values. There are some people who are so good in sports. So you are torn in between sports na education. Hujui ufanye gani. But one thing I'll let you know is, if you have a talent in that sport, support the sport with at least a profession. For example, in Kenya, we have an engineer who is a footballer. Mnajua huyo ni nani? An engineer, but yeye anacheza mpira. He's in our national team. Mnamjua ni nani? Ama mambo ya bola mjui? Nani ataniambia anaitwa nani? That guy is a footballer but profession yake ni engineering. Ni nani huyo? Anaitwa Michael Olunga. We move next. Rudi previous. Then we have fear of trying new things. That can be a barrier for your career planning and unhealthy competition. Let us move on now to the next one. Are you a STEM or arts student? Wewe ni mgani wa arts ama STEM? Arts ama STEM? Now, wacha tuone wewe ni wapi. Are you in a position to identify the subjects that you are good at? Which is your best subject? Kuna mwingine atasema history, mwingine CRE, si ndio? Now, regardless of the subject you select, there are exciting careers for you to pursue. Professionals under STEM, what is the meaning of STEM? What is the meaning of STEM? Nani atajaribu? Kuna mtu kwa anataka kujaribu? Ama mkono imejiinua bahati mbaya? Ndio kasema kwisha mimi. Who wants to try? Meaning of STEM? Yes. Msaidie Mike. Nani ako na Mike? STEM, wacha jaribu.
Let's try.
Ehe.
STEM refers to those careers that qualifies on critical thinking, patience, and every.
Ngoja kidogo. Nataka uniambie meaning ya STEAM. STEM. Noma hiyo. Nani anataka kujaribu? There's a hand over there. Pass the mic. Kuna mtu ameinua huko. Hata kushika mic kupass unaogopa. Watu wanaweza kuambia ongea. There's a mic over there. I want you to try. Mic imefika kwako.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm trying.
Yes.
STEAM.
Uh-huh.
S stands for science.
Yes.
T, technology.
Uh-huh.
E, engineering.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
mathematics.
Wow. Hebu mpige makofi. Unakunywa soda gani? Sasa sikia wenye hawajaulizwa venye wana shout. Yeye ndio nimeuliza, but kuna mtu huko nyuma anasema si ni Coke. Okay. Now, professionals under STEM careers may possess qualities such as being detail-oriented, curious, persistent, critical thinkers, patient, and very objective. Hawa ni wale wakiingia lab, they can identify something very fast during the experiments. Kuna wengine mkiingia lab during experiment, you eat the specimen. Kama mlikuwa mmepewa machungwa, unakula, unaambia wengine, kwani hatakuwa tukule? Now, do you perform well in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subjects, such as maths? Do you perform well in maths? Do you perform well in sciences? Do you perform well in agriculture? Now, if you perform well, you can pursue courses under engineering, medical, agriculture, technical, and geology science. geological science. Let me tell you something about medical courses. Sikuna wenye wanataka kufanya medicine. Let me start with medicine and surgery. Wenye wanasema wanataka kuwa surgeon. Hapa nangoja watu wa arts wanyamaze ndio nieleze hii. Mmenyamaza? Now, medicine and surgery is one of the most competitive courses that we have in Kenya. The reason that these courses are very competitive, it is because the capacity that we place in university ni chache sana. Kidogo sana. Less than I think 600. The whole country. Remember this year, the students who scored an A plane, A-planes in Kenya were 1,700. Mumeshtuka? A-plane walikuwa ngapi? Ilikuwa 1,600 and kitu 7, nika round off 1,700. The whole country. Out of the 1,700, all of them, 90% watataka kufanya medicine and surgery. Meaning, the last student you are going to place kufanya medicine and surgery atakuwa na A. For those who want to do medicine and surgery in Kenya, ensure you get an A. See A minus? Upate nini? A plane. Mama mbele. Mbele. Wa sciences ndio nyuma. Okay, sawa. Qualities of professional arts, humanities, or social science related careers. These people, they are very curious. Very curious. Huwa wanataka kujua ni nini inaendelea. These people hata wanaweza enda kuchungulia walimu staff room. Wajua wanapanga nini, si ndio? Kuja nyamazini niwaambie mbaya. These people are very creative. Our arts are very creative. Recently mliona there was a play ilikuwa huko. Si wale arts. Drama ilikuwa shule gani ile? Ilikuwa shule gani? Lodwar Girls. Ama ilikuwa Lodwar Girls? Obutere Girls. Okay. Then these people are energetic and they are risk takers. Which courses can they do? Careers, they can do careers under business. Wanaweza fanya careers in education. They can make good teachers. They can do art. They can do law and communication. Communication sasa hiyo ni media, journalism, videography, hizo zote. Next slide. Mistakes during subject selection. Nyi mshachagua subjects, si ndio? Haya, tuende next. To make a wise and informed choice on career paths, students should be guided to avoid making decisions based on the following. When you are choosing a career, the first mistake most students make is choosing money above everything else. Ukiambia mtu where you can become a very good teacher, anakuuliza mwalimu analipwa pesa kama ngapi? Unamwambia analipwa pesa fulani. Anakuambia na nikikuwa journalist analipwa pesa kama ngapi? Unamwambia. Haya, anakuambia okay, acha hiyo. Na nikikuwa daktari unalipwa pesa. Don't choose a course because of money. Sawa? Because money is never enough. In Kenya ni watu gani wanalipwa pesa mingi sana? KDF? I think it's the politicians, sindio? Politicians are paid a lot of money. But ni watu gani bado mnasikia scandals nyingi ya kuiba pesa? Bado ni hao politicians tu, sindio? That means money is never enough. Look for a career that wewe mwenyewe utaenjoy. Sawa? Another mistake you need to avoid, pursuing a career chosen by parents. Mzazi ndiye amekuchagulia career. And because the Bible says, obey your parents, si you obey them, unafanya career yenye wataka. Another mistake you need to avoid is picking a career at random. Unachagua tu yoyote. Right now ukitoka this training, mtu akuulize unataka kuwa nini, please usiseme kitu yoyote yenye Mungu atakupatia. You need to say a career that you want to pursue. Next, choosing the college before the course. Choosing the college before? Yes. Wangapi wanataka kwenda University of Nairobi? Haya. Wangapi wanataka kwenda Turkana University? Wakati nilisema University of Nairobi, watu hawakuongea, walinyosha tu mkono na wakaeka chini. Turkana University tena mnagombana. Why? Now, that is the mistake that most students are doing right now. When applications inaendelea, students are making that mistake. You get them choosing an institute. Kwa hivyo, most of them, na wengi wenye wanaumia, ni wenye wamepata the silent A. Unajua silent A ni gani? A-. So don't go with peer pressure. My career, my journey. What is important in my desired career? Now, the most important thing you need to look at is your career. Ni sawa? Next. So, to understand placement requirements, we need to examine the following. Next subject groupings is already mnajua, si ndio? Group 1, one is the compulsory. That is Maths, English and Kiswahili. Group 2 ni the sciences. Iyo mnajua. Sawa. Now, number 2, COOPs. Okay, bado kwa next groupings and examining criteria, there is some new NEC grading system. Mumefunzwa kuhusu hiyo? Mumeambiwa kuhusu the new grading system yenye inafanyika? Munasikia tu, si ndio? Now, it is a very good thing, but in a disadvantaged students. It makes most students get C+ and above, but they don't have quality grades. Because subjects zenye zinatumika ni maths, 1 language, na 3 zenye umepita. So you get a student with an A- because maths alipata C+, akapata A labda kwa English, history akapita, CRE akapita, na akapita business. So when we use the 5 subjects to grade this student, anapata an A- ama A. Lakini ikikuja kwa subject selection, huyu mwanafunzi kwa village akipata A, kila mtu anataka afanye medicine. But when we come to the subject requirements ndiye afanye medicine, zinamweka nje. Now, hapo ndio tutaenda kwa COOPs program clusters. Nikwambie course yenye unataka kufanya inahitaji which subjects. Move next. Twende to next. Hiyo nisha explain. Now these are the groupings. Group 1, kuna group 2 the sciences, Group 3, hiyo ni history, geography. Now, starting from group 2, you choose at least 2. At least. Group 3, at least 1. Group 4, ukipenda kama shule yenu mnafanya, unafanya moja. We have group 4 ziko inaendelea. The next one ni bado ni group 4 mpaka kwa computer studies. Then we have group 5. Those are the groups. Twende next. Hii ni ya grading system. The new grading system. The new grading system, mathematics and English. Mathematics lazima. So when you hawapendi maths, just know maths is going to determine the grade you will get. Then, English or Kiswahili or Kenya Sign Language, moja yao yenye umepita, itawekwa hapo. So zitakuwa 2. Then number 3, any other 5 best performed subjects. Kwa hizo zenye zimebaki, 3 zitachukuliwa zenye umeperform vizuri. Next. What is a cluster? A cluster refers to a group of related courses that require similar subject combination. Now, when you are choosing a course, KUPS inahitaji 4 main subjects kwa kila cluster. Cluster, there are some courses that are related. For example, medicine iko related na course gani ingine? Nursing ingine? Pharmacy ingine? They are related. Tunaziweka pamoja. We call them a cluster. KUPS has 20 clusters. From cluster 1 mpaka cluster 20. Hizo ni courses. Kila cluster iko na more than 10 courses. Meaning, in our system we have more than 200 courses. Next. Now, for you to do law, kwanza rudi back, rudi nyuma. For you to do law in Kenya, lazima ufanye subject gani? Lazima ufanye history na CRE. Sivyo ndio mliambiwa? But hiyo sio ukweli. The truth is, for you to do law in Kenya, you only need to do English or Kiswahili, and you score a B plain in either English or pata C+. Then English or Kiswahili, score a B plain. Utafanya law in Kenya. So wale hamkufanya history, usiseme wewe huwezi kuwa lawyer. You can be a lawyer. Twende sasa the next slide. Now, the first one is law. We have something that is called regulatory body. This is a body that regulates, hiyo ndio inatupatia the requirements of those courses. For example, in law, inaitwa Council for Legal Education. What are the requirements for you to do law? Degree, upate C+ and above. Then, minimum subject requirements. English or Kiswahili, you score a B plain. You will be able to do law. But, wacha nikwambie ukweli kuhusu hiyo. Hapa tumesema upate nini? Upate nini? B plain. Alafu mean grade upate? C+. Under normal circumstance, ukipata C+, because of competition, unless uende as a self-sponsored kwa private university. But kwa public university, the year 2023, the last student we placed to do law, alikuwa na B+. The last. So law is very competitive. Make sure usipate hii yenye ninasema. These are just minimum. Enye ukipata na una uwezo, you can go to a private institution as a self-sponsored. But if you want to compete as a government-sponsored student, lazima upite kabisa. Number 2, medicine and surgery. The regulatory body is Kenya Medical Practitioner and Dentist Board. You need to get a degree C+. Minimum subject requirements, Biology upate C+. Chemistry pata not C+, sorry, B plain. Biology B plain. Chemistry B plain. Maths or physics, moja yao, maths or physics, B plain. English or Kiswahili, B plain. If you get that, you'll be able to do medicine and surgery. But because of competition, niliwaambia upate grade gani? Because of competition upate grade gani? A plain. We have pharmacy. The body that regulates pharmacy is Pharmacy and Poisons Board. You get a C+. Kwa biology, pata C+. Chemistry, C+. Maths or physics, C+. English or Kiswahili, C+. You'll be able to do pharmacy. But due to competition, pharmacy is offered in only 5 institutions in Kenya. So because of competition, usipate hiyo C+, get a better grade. For you to do nursing siku hizi kila mtu Kenya anataka kufanya nursing ndiye atoke Kenya, si ndio? Unafanya nursing ndio mtoke Kenya, mwende wapi? Australia. Mwende Canada. La, mtabaki hapa, lazima tulipe hii deni wote pamoja. Now, nursing, we have Nursing Council of Kenya. Mean grade you get a C+. Biology, C+. Chemistry, C+. Maths or physics, C+. English or Kiswahili, C+. Ni wangapi wanafanya physics hapa? Aki hata mtu wa CRE anainua mkono. Now, the advantage that they have, hii yenye unaona tunasema maths or physics. This year, not this year, when you walifanya 2024, maths was poorly performed the whole country. Ili perform poorly. But for those who did physics, inawasaidia sana. Penye tunaweka maths or physics, physics yao ina fill that place. Na wenye hawajafanya physics, please, work extra hard. Upite nini? Upite nini? Yes. Venye unapita CRE pia unakazakaza tu utapita maths. Then we go to education. Education for degree. For degree hiyo iko hapa imebadilishwa. It was changed by TSC, Teacher Service Commission. You need to get a C+ in 2 teaching subjects. Kama unaenda kufunza Kiswahili history, Kiswahili ukuwe na C+, history ukuwe na C+. Maths is not required, English is not a requirement. Engineering. It is regulated by Engineers Board of Kenya. For degree, tunaangalia maths, physics na chemistry. Hizo lazima upate C+ and above. Meaning, if you want to be an engineer na ukufanya physics, at degree level, lazima ukuwe umefanya physics. But if you still want to be an engineer na ukufanya physics, you can start from diploma level. At diploma level, we don't have these requirements. Ati lazima ukuwe umefanya physics, lazima upite hesabu. Bora umepata grade ya kufanya diploma, certificate ama artisan level. You can do a engineering course from there. Architecture, we look at maths, physics, English or Kiswahili. Get C+ and above. Let us move on to the next slide. Now, these are the key subjects na courses zenye unaweza fanya. Kama unafanya physics, by the way, any computer related course pia lazima ufanye physics at degree level. Kama unataka kufanya computer science, unataka kufanya IT, lazima ukuwe umefanya physics. So, if you do physics, you can do engineering, computer, building and construction, architecture, physical science, applied, statistics, and computing. Kama unapita vizuri kwa chemistry, you can do health related courses, nutrition and dietetics, biological sciences, home economics and engineering. Though engineering lazima ukuwe na physics at degree level. For biology, it is health related courses. Hata for those who will be going to the KMTC, lazima upite biology. Then those who do geography, history na CRE, you can do Bachelor of History, Bachelor of Geography, Religious Education. Those are some of the courses you can do. Do you have those people who do French ama Germany? For those who do French or Germany, you can also take education in French. Ukuwe mwalimu wa French ama Germany. We have music. When you wanafanya music, there's a very good course at Kenyatta University. Course ya music. I think it's only Kenyatta University offering that course. Finally, it is art and design. Ama when you wanafanya computer. For those who do computer, you can do fine arts or graphic design. Lastly, tuende mwisho. Next. So, these are the assumptions around subject selection. Twende next. The next one are the assumption. That for you to do computing and IT courses, the assumption is you must do computer studies. Hivyo ndio muliambiwa. But the truth is, the actual subject requirements ni maths, physics, English or Kiswahili. For you to do law, mwalimu wetu alituambia tukiwa form 2, lazima ufanye history na CRE. Hati tukikosa kufanya hiyo, hauwezi kuwa lawyer in this Kenya. But the truth is, we only need English or Kiswahili. For you to do any agricultural course in Kenya, lazima ukuwe umefanya nini? Agriculture. Si hivyo watu wa agriculture waliwaambia? But the truth is, we will only look at biology or agriculture or business studies. So unaweza kuwa umefanya business studies, but you do an agricultural course. Bachelor of Education, niliwaambia only 2 teaching subjects, iko hivyo. So ilibadilishwa ya Bachelors of Education. For a business courses, unaambiwa lazima ukuwe umefanya business for you to do a business course. That is not true. What we look at is maths. Na hiyo maths make sure umepata C+. Next. Nimemaliza. Na kabla niende, ile 1,000. Ile 1,000. Kabla nipatiane hiyo 1,000 shillings, I'll take some questions from you. Kama mko na maswali, I'll take the questions. Ndio nipatiane the 1,000 shillings. Sijui kama hiko. Sawa. Wapi mic? Where is the mic? Sawa, izungushe. Swali? I'll take questions. Kama kuna mtu ako na swali. Pass mic huku. Ama tuanzie hapa. Mic hapa.
Okay, I was about to ask what about for those who doing the home science? Because some people tell me that if you're doing home science, only deal with the cooking.
Kuna mtu anakuambia ati if you do home science, the only course you can do is cooking. No. Home science is a very good course. So congratulations if you're doing home science. Hata KMTC, kwenda KMTC, home science itakusaidia. Sawa? It is kama hujapita vizuri some subjects, we use home science. in some courses. Sawa. Number 2, home science is still a good course because apart from catering, kuna course inajita food science. Food science, most of the food that we consume from industries, unasikia it has been I'm looking for the term, nimeisahau kidogo, but kuna watu wenye wanaitwa KEBS. KEBS hao ndio wanajaribu kuhakikisha the food that we eat it reaches the required standards for us to consume. Sawa. So kama umefanya home science, you can pursue food science na unaweza fanya kazi such places. Sawa. Next question. Pass the mic.
Thank you. My question is, when all those courses that are chosen after school, of course I know that one can do, especially as refugees, I believe that one can do well in those careers. But now my question is, after your schools, specifically if you want to be a lawyer. Yes, if you want to be a lawyer, can you be a lawyer in Kenya when you're not a Kenyan? Or you go back to your country and you be a lawyer there?
Hey, you want to be a lawyer? No. Sasa sikia, kuna mtu uko nyuma. Ati yes, of course. That is a very good question. Now, I want you to help me answer this question. There are some students who want to do nursing in Kenya. Lakini watoke Kenya. They go to other countries. Can they go to other countries with the nursing experience wafanye kazi huko? They can do that. It's the same thing. Sawa. If you are following the current issues, there is an opposition leader in Uganda anaitwa Kizza Besigye. Si ndio? Mnamjua? He is undergoing trials in Uganda. But the person representing Kizza Besigye is a Kenyan lawyer, Martha Karua. Ndiye anamrepresenting Uganda. So it's very possible. Sawa. You will not be allowed that because. Next question. By the show of hands. Ama akili saiko kwa 1,000. Just assume sikusema hiyo part ndio muulize maswali. Kuna another question before I wind up? Haya kuna hapa. Yule wa nyuma no, anangoja tu 1,000. Na 1,000 itaenda hapa mbele. Okay, patiana mic huku.
Okay. My name is Hania once again. When I was in Form 1, I asked my business teacher, I want to be an accountant. So that teacher of mine says, if you want to be an accountant, you have to study hard in mathematics and business. So now I came back home and I asked, will you be an accountant here in Kakuma? In Kenya, they said, no, a lady will not be an accountant here in Kenya because they will think that that person, if she become accountant here in Kenya, she will steal the money and go with to her country. That is it.
Okay, now, there's one thing before you choose a career. Before you choose a career, there's one thing you need to be very careful about. Be careful about who you ask for advice. You get that? People will really mislead you. Like that one. Si alikuwa misled? Yes. Whoever gave you that information lied to you. When you are doing accounts, your work is not to steal. Do you get that? Yes. Okay, I want to finish by giving you this assignment. Kila mtu asimame, kila mtu asimame. Ninaweza anguka hapa? Now, kila mtu simama, wenye anataka ile 1,000. Kila mtu asimame. Wale wa of course, ninawaona huko. Nataka kila mtu asimame. Don't move. Penye tu huko tu simama hapo. Penye tu huko, you're not going to move. Now, the person that I'm going to give these 1,000 shillings is the person who is going to do what I say. Sawa? Haya, fanya hivi. Usiseme hatutaki, sema sitaki. Wewe. And if you are seated, you are not part of the 1,000 things. Sawa? Fanya hivi. So, the first person, let me try first. Kila kitu iko na example. I touch your head. So, the person who is going to be the fastest ndio atapewa hii zawadi ya 1,000 shillings. Are you ready? Aya, fanya hivi. Aya, touch your head. No, that is too slow. I want it very fast. Sawa? Aya, touch your head. Good. Sasa hii ni ya 1,000. Weka sasa tuende ya 1,000 shillings. Are you ready? Kuna wengine wameweka hivi. No. Weka hivi. 3, 2. Are you ready? Are you ready? Aya, wananisaidia kuangalia hapa. Aya. Do what I say. Aya, are you ready? Aya. Touch your back. You can see it. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was powerful. Well, was it? Aendelee, siendelee? Aendelee? Sawa. Hata mimi nataka hiyo 1,000, Dollars. Hakusema shillings kwanza. So even me, even during our times, there were also so many misconceptions on careers. And tumekuja kulearn through these sessions, several sessions with the KUSP. They are our great partner. You have learned something from them, Kabla nisahau, nataka tumu appreciate, si ndio? Yeah, so wenye hapa karibu, who is willing to appreciate our speaker, please?
Hey, we are doing Slay Queen style. Nafanya hivi. Let's do 2025. 1, 2. 1, 2. 4, 5. Unataka jina? Oh, I'm Swanky from Turkana Girls.
Thank you, Swanky.
1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Evo. Let's start. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, thank you, Swanky. Yeah. So we are approaching the lunchtime. But as the meal is getting prepared for us, Yes, please, nyamaze hapo. Yeah. So, are your anticipation bado zinakuwa fulfilled? What you had anticipated kuja kuona na kusikia? Is it? Are you learning what you Kenya ulikuwa unafikiria utakuja kupata kwa Congress. Are you getting it? Wow. So we shall have a small break as they prepare the meals in the next 10 or so minutes. Wakitengeneza pale, tutaenda. Sawa sawa? Sawa, maybe.
Lips.
to you all to make an active participation.
The Kenya National Drama and Film Festival chairman, Professor Christopher Odhiambo, said the purpose for the festival is to discover and develop talent.
This festival is a hub for talent identification as well as talent development. The aim of this festival is to build a big body of creative artists who are going to help this nation to have a bigger creative economy.
Beyond the 25 million shillings support, Equity donated cash prizes and training of teachers from the grassroots to the national level.
You look like a poor man. You will be the main character.
The bank further donated 25 million shillings to the Kenya National Music Festival, bringing the total sum of support to two festivals to 50 million shillings.
They say make hay when the sun shines. I say buy hay when you have the otonglu. My name is Sylvester Ogwangfumbe, the only man with an English name from Nyampoi County Regional Diaspora. I do not like to brag. Neither will I brag. But I also don't think it is a crime to tell you that I'm a proud owner of all the prices you see in this town. Mr. Price, Mark Price, Enterprise.
Ongea.